wishing you a day of vibrant health and deep creative joy. Thank you for joining our community today. There is a unique soul in a garden that features objects with a past life, a history you can touch. Today we're diving into small space rustic inspiration, proving that you can build a breathtaking oasis using nothing but imagination and recycled finds. From old windows to vintage suitcases, let's discover how to create a sanctuary that is as kind to the earth as it is to the soul. Imagine a garden edge that doesn't just hold the soil but catches the sun. By lining a path with old glass bottles, deep ambers, forest greens, and sky blues, upturned into the earth, you create a glowing ribbon of light. It feels like a mosaic from another era. As the afternoon sun dips low, the light passes through the glass, casting long, colorful shadows across the mulch, turning a simple garden border into a kaleidoscopic journey that celebrates the beauty of translucent glass. In a small yard, privacy is the greatest luxury. Imagine old wooden shutters, their paint chipped to reveal layers of their past lives, hinged together to form a garden screen. They provide a textured, breathable wall that filters the breeze and the light. Decorated with a few hanging jars of marigolds, these shutters turn a stark boundary into a cozy architectural feature. They suggest a home that is well-loved and a garden that is tucked away from the prying eyes of the world. The heavy metal weight of an old toolbox carries the memory of hard work. Now, resting on a rustic wooden table, it finds a softer purpose. Imagine it overflowing with a chaotic mix of spilling thyme and vibrant petunias. The rusted handles and dented corners provide a rugged, industrial contrast to the delicate petals. It's a beautiful reminder that the tools we use to build our lives can eventually become the vessels that hold our most peaceful moments. A mirror in a small garden is a piece of pure visual magic. Imagine an old wooden window sash, with its glass replaced by mirrors, mounted on a garden fence. It creates the illusion of a portal leading into a secret, duplicate garden. It catches the reflection of the swaying trees and the passing clouds, doubling the light in a shaded nook. It adds a layer of mystery and depth, making the walls of your small oasis simply melt away into the greenery. There is a delicate Victorian romance in a birdcage. Instead of a songbird, imagine it filled with a lush tapestry of hens and chicks, and trailing string of pearls. Hanging from a low branch of an apple tree, the cage protects the slow-growing succulents while allowing their greenery to spill through the ornate bars. It's a whimsical detail that suggests an enchanted forest, adding a touch of the ethereal to a cozy farmhouse garden. A garden should appeal to every sense, including sound. Imagine a collection of mismatched silver spoons and forks, found at a flea market, dangling from a weathered piece of driftwood. When the wind moves through your oasis, these recycled treasures produce a soft melodic clink that sounds like a quiet dinner party from long ago. It's a gentle rhythmic reminder that beauty can be heard as well as seen, adding a soulful soundtrack to your morning coffee. The kitchen is the heart of the home, and upcycled colanders bring that domestic warmth outdoors. Imagine bright red or pastel blue strainers hanging from the porch, filled with trailing lobelia or strawberries. The pre-existing holes provide the perfect drainage nature intended. They sway gently in the breeze, bringing a pop of nostalgic color and a sense of farm-to-table authenticity to the patio, proving that the most functional kitchen tools can have a vibrant second act. An old leather or tweed suitcase suggests a traveler who has finally reached their destination. Imagine it propped open on a garden bench, its interior lined and filled with a packed collection of wildflowers. It adds a sense of wanderlust and movement to a stationary space. It feels as though the suitcase has just returned from a journey through a meadow and decided to keep the flowers as a souvenir, bringing a touch of whimsical storytelling to your garden. There is something deeply poetic about a bed frame in a garden. Imagine an antique iron headboard, its scrolls and curves rusted to a rich cocoa brown, standing tall behind a patch of sweet peas. As the vines wrap themselves around the cold metal, the headboard becomes a living floral wall. It provides a sense of dreaming in the dirt, turning the boundary of your small yard into a romantic gateway that honors the rest and restoration a garden provides. A heavy cast-iron Clawfoot tub is a grand statement. Imagine it sitting in a sun-drenched clearing, no longer filled with hot water, but with a quiet pool of water lilies and floating ferns. It becomes a miniature ecosystem. The contrast between the industrial cold white porcelain and the soft organic green of the aquatic plants is breathtaking. It provides a focal point of absolute liquid stillness, drawing in the birds and the dragonflies to your recycled sanctuary. When ground space is scarce, we look to the sky. Imagine an old wooden stepladder. Its rungs bear the splatters of white paint from years of home projects. Now, it acts as a vertical stage. Each step holds a different story, perhaps a trio of terracotta pots or a vintage lantern. It draws the eye upward and allows you to grow a forest in a very small footprint, making your oasis feel lush, organized, and full of height. There is nothing more charming than a garden that doesn't take itself too seriously. Imagine a row of colorful mismatched Wellington boots sitting by the back gate, overflowing with cheerful pansies, or a pair of cracked leather work boots tucked under a bench, holding a secret patch of moss. It's a literal footprint of the gardener's life. It brings a smile to every face and proves that beauty is found in the humble, making the garden feel lived in and loved. There is a rugged, unexpected beauty in a tire that has been given a new purpose. Wrapped in heavy sisal rope or painted in soft, muted tones, old tires become sturdy, architectural planters or even low seating. In a small rustic garden, they provide a sense of industrial chic resilience. Filled with deep-rooted ornamental grasses, they bring a structured geometry to the yard, proving that even the most unnatural objects can find harmony with the earth. The humble shipping pallet is the building block of the recycled garden. Imagine boards of raw, unfinished wood sanded down and fashioned into a simple, sturdy bench. Draped with a few burlap cushions, it becomes the perfect spot for reflection. It carries the weight of global travel in its grains, but now it only needs to support the weight of a peaceful afternoon. It's a hard-working piece of furniture that feels honest, accessible, and entirely at home. The found objects of the farmhouse, the chipped enamel pitchers, the large white basins, the dented bread boxes, are the jewelry of the rustic garden. Scattered across a deck or nestled into the flower beds, they provide pops of clean vintage color. They reflect the history of family meals and quiet mornings, bridging the gap between the domestic interior and the wild exterior. They are the small details that make a recycled oasis feel like a true extension of the home. The journey through these sun-drenched paths and repurposed wonders concludes, but your own creative story is just beginning. In the world of Freshomz, we find that the most restorative spaces are the ones built with heart and a bit of history. Thank you for spending these quiet moments with us today. May your backyard be a sanctuary for your spirit and a celebration of the perfectly imperfect. Stay well, stay inspired, and we'll see you in the next story.